number 2, trending or ending. Oh, this one kind of hurts. Is Alshon Jeffery a wide receiver 3 for fantasy now? Points per game. Wow, Brooks, these are some numbers. He has been, last year, the wide receiver 25 in points per game. The year before, 21. The year before that, 35. So that's 3 consecutive years outside the top 20. He had 3 straight years inside the top 13 back in 2013, 2014, 2015. Do we need to adjust our expectations for Alshon Jeffery, or will Carson Wentz lift him up?
No, I mean, it depends on what your expectation is. But he is not a guaranteed wide receiver 2 or better. There's no way. I mean, last year when we were going into the draft, one of our bust alerts was the combo of Carson Wentz and Alshon Jeffery, because you had Carson Wentz throwing an outlandish rate of touchdowns, and we said, okay, that's going to regress. Even if he has a really good year, that's going to regress. Alshon Jeffery made his hay scoring touchdowns. So if that regresses from Alshon Jeffery, he's not he's not usually the 100-catch, 1,300-yard type of receiver at all. He certainly doesn't seem like that right now. So it's all about the touchdown, and I think they bring in another wide receiver this offseason. I think Carson Wentz does rebound and has a good year, but the expectation for me is, yeah, wide receiver 25 is probably the highest I would draft him.
I believe that Alshon is a wide receiver 2, not a wide receiver 3. So if I said trending or ending, I think this trend of finishing outside the top 20 ends this year. I think he's a top – I think he finishes right around wide receiver 17, 18. And the thing that people don't realize, because offseason is about perspective and perception and the news and the aura around a player. Look, it hasn't been positive for Carson Wentz. Nick Foles, every year they rally around him. Carson Wentz, injured again. News about locker room issues. But what are the facts about Carson Wentz? Here's the facts. Career high in completion percentage by a wide margin last year. Still a great touchdown to interception ratio, 3-1 last year. He had a better passer rating than his MVP season. Carson Wentz is the guy. Nick Foles is gone.
Yeah, he's a very good quarterback.
So do I think that Alshon Jeffery has top 10 potential again? No, I don't. I think those days are long gone. But I do know that Carson Wentz and Alshon Jeffery have a connection, and I think that's good enough to be inside that top 20. That's where I lean.
That's fair. I mean, the logic is sound. We will just agree to disagree. I'll say this. If they cut Nelson Aguilar and don't bring someone in, then he'll certainly be higher in my rankings, because he'll have to be.
He'll still be the most tenured.
But I think that they are going to bring in someone that's an impact receiver.
Oh, hey. I was just doing some trades. Got some good players here. Why don't you click subscribe and I'll share my secrets.